Good morning, Chloe. I don't even care that I wore this sweater in the last video because A, it's a really comfortable sweater, and B, I don't need to be. It's a really comfortable sweater. So last week, I was doing what every, mid-year college student does with their free time, looking at graduate degree programs. And I came across, in Temple University's music theory study program, that standardized tests are needed. And I thought that I was done with standardized tests. The standardized test required for entrance into the master's program at Temple, evidently, is called the TOEFL, and that stands for the Test of English as a Foreign Language. I don't know how basic it is. I'm going to assume that you're going to have to write an essay, understand grammar, things like that, as if you were studying English from a foreign language perspective. Which that's fine. I mean, I think I know the English language pretty well. In an effort to prove my knowledge of the English language, here are my top 5 pet peeves about English. Pet peeve number 5 is effect and affect. Okay, fine, the first letter of the word might not be pronounced with that much emphasis, but I do say them differently, actually. I think that's what makes me have such a pet peeve about this subject, is the fact that I say them differently while other people might say them the same. That is one of the only grammar, spelling, and definition related rules that I get all worked up about in actual conversation with people. Chloe, pet peeve number 4 is semicolon usage. Why? Because I don't really know how to use semicolons. So whenever I see people using semicolons like extremely incorrectly so that I know it's wrong, then Number 3 is the Oxford comma. Chloe, I don't know why people get such a debate over the Oxford comma. I don't know why some people hate it and why other people hate people who hate it. But I do know that I have my own personal rules for the usage of the Oxford comma. My personal rules are, if you're describing a list, then the Oxford comma is not as necessary. However, if you are describing something with adjectives, then it's extremely necessary. Another pet peeve of mine is a huge blatant misuse of words like ironic, facetious, awesome, epic, unless your knight was on a grand battle scale, such as the Battle of Pelennor Fields in The Lord of the Rings, then it was not epic. Awkward's another one of those, and random. But my biggest pet peeve about the English language, Chloe, is nothing to do with the actual English language, but the way people treat it. A lot of times in my life, I've heard people say, and these are normally college prep English students who are wondering why they have to fill out this worksheet, why the English language is so weird, why we have so many rules, why we have so many breakings of rules, that the English language is stupid because it doesn't follow all the rules and it has too many rules. But my point is, Chloe, that I think that the English language is a beautiful thing despite and because of all of its rules and the breaking of rules. And the English language allows, with its many weird qualities, for cool sentences like this one. I think that kid wrote is incorrect. I read this quote once that says, the English language does not borrow grammar from other languages. It follows other languages down dark alleys and beats them and searches their pockets for bits of loose grammar. And if you don't believe me when I say that the English language is extremely beautiful, I've put a link in the description that goes to a website that I found listing a bunch of beautiful poems in the English language. And while you read those, I'm gonna finish reading for my philosophy class. I'll see you on Thursday.